and welcome to another declutter. I just finished doing my foundations and I just felt like I was on a roll, and I wanted to declutter my primers as well as my setting sprays. And yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. It should be a pretty quick video. I don't have a lot of them, and this video I'll probably be getting rid of a lot of these because I don't wear primer very often. And when I do, it's going to be more like a dewy kind of primer or things like that. Or most of the time I end up just wearing my SPF and I'll be happy with that. So let's go ahead and lay these out and let's get through them. Alright, so let's go ahead and begin. The first one here is from Milani, and this is the Supercharged Revitalizing Facial Spray. I'm going to declutter this. I never really liked it. I feel like it didn't really make that much of a difference in my skin. So yeah, this is going to be a declutter. Up next, we have this one from IPKN, and this is the Radiant Cream Primer, and this is an SPF 15. I've had this for way too long, so it's definitely expired. And this one was pretty. It gave you like a really pretty glow to the skin. However, because it's only SPF 15, I wouldn't really reach for it very much. I would end up just doing like another primer, or I would end up doing another SPF. So this is one that I didn't really even reach for very much, but I'm gonna go ahead and let it go. Next up, we have this one from Touch and Soul. This is No Problem Prime Essence with calendula of whatever flower extract, and this one's definitely way beyond expired. Let's see, it does have a date right there. I think it's expired though. It has to be expired because I've had this for way too long. I think I got it on like a subscription box or something like that, but this one was good. It gave you like a really nice like hydrating kind of base for your makeup. It was good. I just, like I said, I don't reach for primers very often, and this is just not one that I would reach for whenever I wanted a primer. Next up, we have these two little minis, and I have the Hourglass Veil Mineral Primer, and this one I'm going to keep and try to finish up. I'm pretty sure it's going to be expiring soon, but I just want to finish it up because it's a good primer. And then this one's the Fenty Skin Invisible Moisturizer, but I used it kind of like a primer. This stuff smells so strong, like so strong. And why is it not focusing on it? There you go. And yeah, this is not one that I would recommend or repurchase. It has like a very fruity kind of scent, but it's almost like a fake cereal kind of fruit. I don't know. I just didn't really like it, so I'm going to go ahead and declutter this one. Next up, we have these two little minis from e.l.f. and these are the Poreless Putty Primer and the Luminous Putty Primer. And I'm going to keep these. They came in a order that I made, like a free sample, and I liked them. I thought they were pretty good. I like the Luminous a little bit better than the Poreless, but I think they're pretty good. And I'm just going to go ahead and keep them for now. Next up, we have this one. And I also have this one from e.l.f. And these are both primer, like grip primers. And this one I've had for way too long. This is the Mint Melt. Yeah, this one I've had for way too long. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter this one. But I am going to keep this one, which is newer to me. However, I think they're very similar, but this one is still a little bit more hydrating. Then next up, we have the Supercharged Dewy Primer from Milani, and I just honestly didn't like this one as well. I thought it was just okay with the spray. I don't know. I just thought it was just, I didn't even think it was dewy at all. I just didn't like it, so I'm going to declutter this one. This one from Milani I do like though. This is the SPF BFF SPF 30 primer. This is so pretty. This one does actually give you like a really pretty dewy look, and it gives you the SPF 30. I typically will use this instead of like a moisturizer in the morning. I'll go in with this one and then I'll apply my foundation. It just looks so pretty. I'm pretty sure I'm almost done with it, so I'm going to keep it, finish it, and I will definitely be repurchasing this one. Next up, we have this one from Revlon and a hair. This is the Prime Plus Perfecting and Smoothing Makeup and Skincare Primer. I don't know how I feel about this one. I haven't had it for very long, and I've used it only a handful of times, and yeah, I should probably keep it and just try to get my money's worth. This is not cruelty free, so I wouldn't repurchase it, but it does last you 24 months. And I definitely haven't had it for that long, so I'm going to keep it for now. Next up, we have this one from Good Molecules. This is the silicone-free priming moisturizer. And no date on this one. But this one's a pretty good primer. It just, I mean, does what it needs to. It hydrates your skin. And that's basically it. I don't think it does much more than that. So I'm going to keep it and use it a few more times. I wouldn't say it's one that I would highly recommend, but I also don't think it's a bad one. So this one I am definitely getting rid of. This is the Essence Fresh and Fit Awake Primer. This is so old, but this was such a beautiful primer. I really loved this one, and I probably got to about maybe halfway in it. And I don't know why Essence discontinued this. Like, I think they really messed up on that one. I think this was a cult favorite for a lot of people. I don't know if it did any pore minimizing, so I wouldn't say anything about that, but it did give you a really pretty glow. And I was so sad to see that it was discontinued. So this is a sad one, but I'm going to go ahead and declutter it. This next one's from Flower Beauty. This is the Supernova Celestial Skin Elixir. And this one I've had for a really long time. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter it. But this one I never even liked at all. Like, I don't know what I was thinking when I bought this, because I hate glitter on my face. And this is full of glitter. So I don't know why I bought it, but I'm going to declutter it. This next one is also very old. This is the e.l.f. Natural Glow Lotion. And doesn't have any expiration date, but this was so beautiful when I bought it. I really loved what this did for my skin. It gave you like moisture, but also like a little bit of a glow, and it just looked so healthy. I usually would use this even on its own, but it's time to get rid of it. This is the Wet n Wild Glass Correct Primer Base, and this one's pretty. This is the yellow version. I like this. I haven't used it enough, but I've heard a lot of people talking about how it's really pretty. It gives you like a glass like finish, and I need to use it a little bit more because I'm not sure how I feel about it. But this is, so far I like it, and I'm gonna keep it. This next one was very pricey, and I'm definitely keeping. This is a Peter Thomas Roth Skin to Die For No Filter Mattifying Primer, and this is supposed to fill in your pores. I got it because Jessica Braun recommended it. She said that it was like her favorite thing for filling in the pores. And I don't know if I'm using it wrong or what the heck, but I don't notice a difference. But I'm definitely going to keep it because this was expensive. Next we have this one from Revlon. This is the Photoready Pore Reducing Primer. And this is definitely expired, and it's also discontinued. But this was a really pretty primer. It did do some pore filling. And yeah, it was a favorite of many and no longer exists. And it's time to let it go because it's expired. So this is a declutter. All right, next up we have this one from Smashbox. And I mean, I'm sure you guys have heard about this one before. This is the, what is it called? Photofinish Primerizer. But I'm going to go ahead and keep the full size and get rid of the small one, because the small one I've had for way too long. And it kind of looks weird inside the bottle. But this one no longer exists. They went ahead and redid it, and now it's called something different. It comes in a tube, which is very unfortunate, but I'm going to keep this one and finish it. But it's so sad that they redid it. I've heard that it's really similar to the new one, but I haven't tried it myself. So if you guys have tried it, let me know if you guys think it's the same or not. But I'm going to keep this one and finish it up. Next, we have this one from Touch in Sol. This is the Glassy Pretty Filter Skin Balm, and man, these dates are so freaking weird. So this one's about to expire. Okay, so it still should be okay, but I don't know. I don't really use this very often, and I don't know if I want to. So I'm going to keep this one for now and try to use it up in the next couple months, and I'll probably just declutter it after that. Then next up we have this other one from Touch in Sol. This is the No Problem primer. This one's like a cool favorite for a lot of people. This has gone viral many times before, but it's definitely expired 2021 8/16. So it's time to let this one go. But this was okay for me. I never really loved it, but I also didn't think it was like too bad. This next one is from Revlon. This is the Rose Glow Face Gloss Luminize and Hydrate Primer. I again don't know why I bought this one. It does have a lot of shimmer in the primer, and I don't like that, so I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of it. It's still good, so I'm gonna see if my sister wants it. Then we have the MAC Prep and Prime Natural Radiance. Unfortunately, they are not cruelty free. This is a really pretty primer though, so if you're not cruelty free, I would recommend it. But it gives you like a natural glow without having any like shimmer in it, and it looks really pretty. think I have like maybe a couple more uses out of it, so I'm gonna finish it up. But like I said, I wouldn't repurchase it because they're not cruelty free. All right, so now moving on to my setting sprays. I don't know how much I'm gonna get rid of here because they're all newer. This one's actually older though. So this is the Tarte Stay Spray Setting Spray. This one I'm gonna get rid of because I've had it for definitely too long. Yeah, it's supposed to be 6 months. There's no way. I've had this for way longer. So I'm gonna declutter that one. What else? This one I've also had for too long. This is the e.l.f. Oil Control Setting Spray, but the way I like to use this is I just spray it onto my fingers and then I kind of dab it on the areas where I get oily, and this does a really good job at controlling your oils. So this is one that I would definitely repurchase, but I need to get rid of and get a new one. All right, then next up we have these two from Benefit. This is the Porefessional Super Setter. I've heard a lot of people like go crazy over this, and I honestly just don't get the hype, but I did buy a full size. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour this in here and I'll get rid of this one and then just try to use this up just because I bought it. But I don't know if I would recommend it. I think it's just kind of okay. Then we have this one from Urban Decay. This is the all-nighter spray and a lot of people go bonkers over this. These two are extremely expired. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of them. And maybe I'll repurchase it. Then next up we have this one from Smashbox. This is the Photofinish Primer Water Set and Refresh Spray. This is a beautiful spray and it's actually 24 months. So I think what I'm going to do is I'll go ahead and empty this into the big container that I have, use it up, and then repurchase it. But I'm going to keep the bottle so that I can refill it once I buy the new one. But this is a really nice water, spray. Then I like to use this in between, like while I'm doing my makeup, and this does a really nice job at like hydrating your face without it making it look like greasy, because it's not like a greasy consistency. It's basically like a special water kind of thing. So I'm definitely keeping this one and I would repurchase it. Next up we have a few from MAC, and what are the dates? 24 months, 24 months, and this one's a baby one. So for these, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of these two just because they're basically already finished, or maybe I'll just put them on my counter just so that I can finish them up, and then I'll continue using this one. I think this was a special edition for some type of collection they released. And then here we have the Makeup Forever Mist and Fix Setting Spray. I've heard people talk about this so much. I've used about halfway of it, and I don't know. I don't know if it makes my makeup last that much longer, but it does set it and it makes it look really pretty. So I'm going to keep it and finish it up, but of course I just won't repurchase it. And last but not least, we have one of my favorite setting sprays. This is the Morphe Jumbo Continuous Setting Mist. This sets my makeup. It melts away all the powder and it just looks so pretty on the skin. I know Morphe is kind of like controversial right now that they are cruelty free, they're not cruelty free, I don't know. So I don't know if I would repurchase it for that reason, but it's one that I would recommend. I think it's really nice. All right, so that's going to be all the products. So let me go ahead and pull them all back out. All right, so here are all the products. I'm getting rid of 18 and I'm keeping 19. That is great. That's about half gone. Makes me so happy. Most of them are going to go in the trash, but I'm going to see if the ones that are still good my sister wants. I think it's like 2 of them. But I'm very excited. I think I did pretty good. Let me know what you guys thought. If you guys are interested in seeing my other declutter, I'll go ahead and link the playlist below for you guys to watch if you're interested. But that's going to be it for today. If you guys enjoyed it, please remember to give me a thumbs up. Also, if you haven't subscribed already, I would appreciate if you would do so. And I'll see you guys on my next one. Bye.